freeze. We didn't have a bad run last night. Was able to work off some stuff and had a decent finish. We finished 15th, fell back to 21st at one point, and was able to drive back to 15th. Anyhow, tonight everything sets up, starts back over, and went out for hot laps. The track was really greasy. We're about to go out for qualifying now, and made some adjustments. Hopefully the track didn't change too terribly much. After looking at it, I think we're going to be all right. As long as I can get that right front to stick in 3 and 4, I will be golden. So we're going to give it all we got and see where we line up. And I think there's 29 cars here again, where we had 30 last night, 29 tonight. So good field of cars, a lot of good cars, a lot of good drivers. So we're just racing off an old ramp truck, no help really. So anyhow, we got Dad, myself, my mom, Taylor, and her dad come down, Kenny. So I'm kind of glad he's here, so he can keep up with the track for me and help me with deciding adjustments or telling me adjustments, because I struggle at committing to making adjustments sometimes. So anyhow, we're gonna get out here and see what we got. We go after these old factory stocks right there, so gotta get in the car. Cars out on the track, so the track was really greasy. Wasn't able to learn a lot. Track's still really heavy. We're about to go out for qualifying, so made a couple adjustments, try to free the car up some on exit, just because it's just plowing the right front again, with the track being real heavy. Last night in the feature, the track was really good and the car was really good, but we just made some adjustments. Hopefully we're going to go back out here. Track's a little bit more decent and the car's drivable. I couldn't get through 3 and 4 again. Just wanted to slide the right front, and you can't do nothing when you're doing that. So we're going to try to, I think I just got too much grip in the car, and the lift bar is actually lifting the nose. So made some adjustments here, and let me see what we got. starting on the pole of the B main. So, you know, there's a lot of good cars down here. There's a good crowd of cars, a lot of good drivers. We're just gonna go out here and send this thing as hard as we can and hopefully transfer it into the 8 main so we didn't waste the trip down here.
I did sell some prices while I was here, so it definitely wasn't a waste of the trip. But you know, if you want one, they can turn some orders.
out in the B main. We're getting ready for the future right now. It is stinking cold, but we went out in the B main and we did probably 100 caution laps. I took the lead on the first lap, and then through all the cautions, my car just kept getting tighter and tighter and tighter and started to shove the right front. I'm thinking the reason that happened is you could, in the car, I don't know if you can see it in the video, I haven't watched them, but inside the car, I could see the track like taking moisture as we're making caution laps. I don't know if dew fell or what, but my car went from really good to really not good really quick. So, but we were a little snug in the beginning, but it was drivable, and it just kept getting tighter and tighter. And something that could have kind of contributed to it is I had about 80 pounds of mud, 100 pounds of mud on the rear deck of this thing in after the B main. So the more mud that got stacked up on the back and on the spoiler and everything didn't help, because it's just going to tighten the car up more and more and take weight off the nose and off the right front so it can't turn. But we made the race by the skin of our teeth. We finished 5th, they took 6th, so we start last row inside, like 20, I think it's 21st. They only took 22 cars. So we're gonna go out here, keep our nose clean, and just make sure I can put it on the back of this truck and take it home tonight, because I'm about over this weekend. This cold, it snowed on us last weekend. This track had so much snow on it, and I think that's what, I really think that's why this track's just so heavy, because the track hasn't changed a bit since we went on it, really. It's got packed in, it's real smooth, but it's just so hammered down, and I don't know. I kind of figured it would, dust off a little bit, come to us, but it just keeps going away from us. It keeps getting more moisture in the track somehow, and I'm not really one to race this time of year, so I don't really know if it's just the time of year or the weather we've had the past couple weeks or what it is, but Screven is probably my favorite track now. This place is badass. It reminds me a lot of Beckley and Potomac, kind of all like mixed in one. But we're just gonna go ahead and see how we can do and keep this thing in one piece. If we can pass cars, great. If not, then we're just gonna ride. So it ain't worth trying to tear this thing up when we're trying to go to another race in 2 weeks, and hopefully we can get this thing lined out before we go there. Alright guys, so we just made it back here to the shop, got the car unloaded. I didn't film an outro at the track. We packed up and got on the road as quick as we could. We had a really good car on the feature, and I think I passed quite a few cars. I think we started 21st, and I was able to get up to like 14th or 15th before I spun myself out, so I didn't run the blue and black 44 over. Anyhow, sometimes you're in that situation, and you got to do what you got to do to not only keep your own equipment in one piece, but also try not to run other people over. I try to drive like I want to be drove, so I kind of got in the corner a little bit hot, and that fella, I guess the leaders were working on us. The front of the field had caught us or whatnot, and he changed his pace up a little bit, and caught me by surprise. So I locked the brakes down and then just spun myself down into the infield. But like I said, that kind of stuff happens. As far as our plans going forward, I was really hoping to get the car in at Barry Wright. I got to take this thing up there. We're missing something, because it's like every time I go to the racetrack, I don't feel like I should have to be changing the entire car to go to a racetrack. So I am going to take this car up to Barry's. I spoke with Lance on Monday, and we're going to take this thing up there 2 weeks from Monday. So it's actually the Monday before Friendship, which means, just to be completely transparent, we're not going to make it to Friendship. It's just not really any way for that to happen, because I want to take this car up there and have it gone through and find what the problem is, whether it's something I've been doing or maybe it's just where, I don't know. I mean, if I take the car up there, we're going to go through it front to back with Lance or I am, and that way it'll just set me up a whole lot better going to these racetracks, especially ones I've never been to. Once you get a race car good, they're usually pretty good everywhere, and then you just kind of work from that. I have no baseline set up. I've had this car for 2 years, and I've kind of just been shooting from the hip with it. And, you know, Kenny for the past almost 2 years, however long Taylor and I have been together, so 2 years in June, he's helped me quite a bit. And, you know, I appreciate all his help, and he's been trying to get me to take my car to Barry's for a good while, and it's just kind of to the point I feel like I'm wasting money taking this car to a racetrack without really knowing what I'm going with. So, I mean, I could have the car could be out of square. There could be a whole lot of things that could be off on this car. I could have a bent rear end, you know, I could have a bent axle tube, or it could be a number of things. And the car seems to be bound up somewhere. So we're going to take it up there, have the guy that built the car, designed the car, go through it with me, and it's going to cost some money, but I think it'll be money well spent, and we're just going to kind of go from there. I hate we're not going to make it to Friendship. I've raced there 2 times, I believe, and I really enjoy Friendship, but as of right now, we're not going to make it. We're actually talking about taking the Thunder Bomber down to Livonia for the Spring Natty that weekend, which is the 28th of February. And, which, I mean, either way, I'm going to end up with a late model that has the right stuff under it, and I still get to go race. And that car's about race ready. I want to put on a set of scales and go through that car pretty good before we go down there. But right now, that's the plan. As far as the late model or that whole weekend goes, we're not going to make it to Friendship. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to strip this car down, get it back down to bare bones so Lance can get in there and not have to worry about anything. Because like I told him, I'm putting a body on it anyhow. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing stripped down and get it cleaned up, you know, touch the paint up. Because this thing, it's long overdue. This thing needs some love. Just where the dirt's basically been sandblasting it for, it's a 22, so 4 years now. I'm gonna strip it down. I'm gonna try to go through, paint everything up real nice, get it looking good again, and then when we get it back, we'll get on the deck, and then we'll get the body changed, so we'll be ready to go again. Here in a few minutes, Taylor's gonna meet me out here. Actually, she's on the way out here right now, and we're gonna do the drawing for the giveaway for all the great folks that pitched in and helped us get down to Screven. Appreciate all y'all that did that. Mostly it was Taylor's family, so just want to say thank you to them. Charlie and Amy Wilson, Davey and Tracy Peoples, Mama Kathy, and so I appreciate Taylor kind of taking it on herself to do that little thing. That was pretty cool of her. And then obviously all the people that pitched in. Nothing's ever too small for sponsorship, so I appreciate every one of you that contributed to our trip. And obviously, when we get a new wrap and everything on this car, if any of you would like to be a part of this whole deal we got going, reach out to me, and we'll see if we can come up with something, whether it's big, small, or anything in between. Every little bit of help for any racer out there is a ton. So we all want it all, and we all need it all. So anyhow, we're gonna get this little drawing done real quick for the Nothing But Dirt hoodie. And if you haven't already, go over to our Facebook page, Nothing But Dirt Facebook page. Check Taylor's page out, the Checker Brunette. She usually shares everything I post and vice versa. So if anybody's in the market for any type of custom apparel or anything that she does, t-shirts, hoodies, I think she's doing pajamas now. But anyhow, if anybody wants anything that's any type of custom apparel, get with her. And a lot of it is mostly, you know, racing related, but she can do about anything. So get with her. And
I've got the names here of everyone that contributed to Doug going down to Georgia to race. It was a couple of my family members, so we greatly appreciate you all. And we've got your names in this cup, and I'm gonna let Doug draw. This giveaway was for a large Nothing But Dirt logo hoodie, just to kind of represent Doug's YouTube channel and give back. So yeah, let's see whose name gets drawn.
all right, I won't peek. I'll let you read it.
All right, the winner of our giveaway hoodie is Davey and Tracy Peoples. So congratulations, and I'll be in touch to see what size you all need. And yeah, thank you. Yeah, so head on over to our Facebook page and give us a follow on there, and then drop down in the comments below, like, comment, and subscribe, and all that good stuff.